Hey guys. So I finished last night at like 12:15 in the morning. I finished Heart of Marley by TK Leigh, and if you've read Heart of Light, which you don't have to, but it was a good story. You hear the story of Marley, which is Cameron Michael Bowen's twin sister, Marley Jane Bowen. Well, this is her story, Heart of Marley. I guess you could tell by the title. Um, and this story hits really close to home, and I'll tell you why in just a second. Um, Marley and Cam, like I said, are twins, and when they were 8, their father died in a drunk driving accident, and their mom kind of fell off the wagon. She didn't know how to deal. She didn't know how to grieve, so she turned to drugs and alcohol. And then one day this guy showed up on their doorstep and they started dating. Their mom and this guy, his name is Buck. And Buck helped turn their mom straight and helped her, quit the drugs, quit the alcohol. And one day they were watching the ball drop. It was New Year's Eve. Their mom stuck a needle up their arm, and she told the kids it was just her medicine. They didn't know any better. She ended up passed out because it was heroin, and Cam and Marley share a room, and Buck came in that night, and every night for 3 years after would kick Cam out of the room and would sexually assault Marley. As I said earlier, this really hits close to home. I am a survivor of sexual abuse as a child. It never got as far as rape, but it did happen. So I really felt for Marley. I know what it's like to walk around constantly looking over your shoulder, having noises, scare you. Things to bring back memories. I know what it's like. It's hard. But anyways, let's fast forward to, when they're 17, and Marley's being paraded around as this pageant princess, and she hates it. She does not like it, But she has to keep quiet because her aunt and uncle that took her and Cam in, she wants to keep them happy because of that. And then these two, Cam and Marley, are starting to explore relationships, romantic relationships with other people. And, it's hard because Marley, having been abused in her past, it's hard for her to start a sexual relationship because, being afraid of every time that happens that something is going to trigger an episode. But I can't tell you anymore. Because if I do, it'll give it away, but I will tell you that this is an ugly cry. A really, really strong, ugly cry. I only used 3 tissues, but here's why. Because I was crying, and my tissue box of tissues was all the way across the room, and I just didn't want to get up and get out of my little cozy spot to go grab tissues. So I'm crying, and then all of a sudden I can't breathe because my nose is filled with snot. I had no choice but to get up and get those tissues. Believe it or not, it's probably pretty pathetic. I started hyperventilating because I was just like, I was so upset and I could not catch my breath. TK Leigh is, oh God, I'm remembering it now and I'm starting to get a little upset. I'm sorry, Marley. I'm so sorry that this happened to you. I'm so sorry that you've had to go through this. And Cam, oh my God, Cam, oh, I'm sorry for him too. Oh, it's so sad. Oh, this book at first, I knew I was going to cry. I knew it was coming and I knew it was going to happen. But then I'm in the anticipating this happening. Because I know it's coming. But I'm torturing myself by reading to just end up crying. But at first, I was reading this book and I didn't think it was really anything special. I thought Heart of Light was better, but then, I get to the ending, about 80% in, and I'm in tears, Being able to have such an emotional response to a book, to me, is the biggest thing. I don't know why, but I have to have that emotional response and be emotionally invested to these characters to be able to have this emotional response. And for it to be so great like that, it makes the book thousands of times better. So TK Leigh, even though you broke my heart, and probably you're going to break thousands and thousands and thousands of more hearts with this book, you get 5 stars, and I'm sorry. Marley, I'm so sorry. God. Oh God, it hurts. It still hurts, but I implore you to read this book. As I said, you don't have to read Heart of Light before. You can read Heart of Light after, or you can not read it at all. But it's there. Heart of Marley. Marley. Oh God, Marley. I'm so sorry. Thank you, TK Leigh, for such an amazing story.